Environmental Expo in celebration of the 175th anniversary of the Sisters of Notre Dame, Santa Bunda Maria Convent, Pekalongan, Indonesia. In celebration of the 175th anniversary of the Sisters of Notre Dame, which will be commemorated on October 1st, 2025, SND Indonesia has organized an important event entitled Environmental Expo Bazaar. The event, held at Santa Bunda Maria Convent in Pekalongan on May 23rd to 24th, 2025, was a commitment to environmental conservation and an expression of gratitude for the Sisters of Notre Dame's long journey. The Environmental Expo was a collaborative event that brought together various parties, including local government, the private sector, non-governmental organizations, the church, Catholic schools, and the public. The main objectives of this event were to raise public awareness about the importance of preserving the environment, introduce innovative solutions to address environmental crises, and foster a shared sense of responsibility toward the earth as our common home. The expo featured a variety of educational and interactive activities, such as exhibits of environmentally friendly technologies, waste management and recycling workshops, seminars, and panel discussions on current environmental issues, such as climate change, water pollution, and biodiversity conservation. One of the highlights of this event was the active involvement of students. They showcased their environmental projects, such as making eco-enzymes from fruit peels, processing organic waste into fertilizer, utilizing plastic waste into economically valuable products, such as transforming plastic bottles and bags into plant pots, polybag, particularly for grape cultivation with market value. This expo was an educational platform and a spiritual and moral movement to love and care for the earth as our shared home. Preserving the environment means appreciating creation and strengthening a sense of universal brotherhood. With the implementation of this environmental expo, we hope that stakeholders will synergize to build a greener and more sustainable future. This expo is expected to become a regular event as part of the social and ecological mission of the Sisters of Notre Dame in Indonesia. 20th anniversary of SND presence in Vietnam and final vows. On May 31st, 2025, we celebrated the final vows of Sisters Cecilia Marie, Marie Teresa, and Marie Aloysia, as well as 20 years of SND presence in Vietnam during the Eucharistic celebration with Bishop Reverend Guse Bui Kong Trak in Dan Thang Church, Ho Chi Minh City, Vietnam. The presence of Sister Marianne, our Superior General, the 3 general assistants from the Generalate, along with Sister Marie Justina, the Provincial of Regina Pacis Province, particularly glorified the festive day. After taking the 3 sisters' vows in her hand, Sister Mary Ann bestowed them with the rings. Then, through the church, she officially accepted them as members of the SND family. Photographs were taken of the bishop, priests, SND families, and the sisters' relatives following the Mass. Outside the church, more than 40 tables were set up to accommodate about 400 visitors. This mealtime provided an opportunity to thank everyone who celebrated with us for the 20th anniversary and to celebrate the 150th Congregational Jubilee year. A video featuring 20 years of our history in Vietnam was also shown to our guests. the Vietnamese sisters added more joy and gratitude by singing the 105th Jubilee song and enjoying the feast of delicious food. We appreciate God's grace for the growth of our mission in Vietnam and the Korean missionaries' efforts over the past 20 years. We hope to continue to grow as Sisters of Notre Dame, who hold our spirit and charism deeply in this soil and participate in God's mission. Celebrating 50 years of Notre Dame mission in Tocantins, Brazil. As pilgrims of gratitude and hope, a group of sisters traveled from southern Brazil to Tocantins to celebrate the 50th anniversary of the Notre Dame mission in the northern region of the country. The sisters' missionary presence there began in 1974, following appeals from the Church for religious sisters to serve in the central northern region of Brazil. The sisters embraced the request made by Father Pedro Clear, a Redemptorist missionary in Paraíso do Norte, as a sign of St. Julie Billiard's intercession on behalf of the poor. Following the missioning Mass, celebrated on January 24, 1974, the first sisters embarked on a journey of more than 3,400 kilometers, or 2,113 miles, and arrived in Tocantins on January 26th. Since then, the Notre Dame mission has flourished. The sisters work in a variety of ministries: education, pastoral care, catechesis, health care, vocational promotion, and formation for religious life. As part of the Jubilee celebrations, the visiting sisters took part in commemorative activities in Palmas and Porto Nacional, visited historical sites, and on Pentecost Sunday, gathered in Paraíso do Tocantins for a solemn Mass of Thanksgiving. Bishop Wellington de Queiroz Vieira of the Diocese of Cristalândia con-celebrated the liturgy with Father Gilmar Divino da Silva, the local pastor. A festive lunch, which followed the Mass, was filled with joy and emotion as participants celebrated the fruits of the mission. Sister Shirley Marie, Provincial Superior, expressed her deep gratitude for the support of the local church and the community over these 50 years. She also asked for prayers for religious vocations so that the Notre Dame mission may continue to bear fruit in Tocantins. Pastoral Challenge, Notre Dame Ipanema School, Rio de Janeiro. Between April 24th and 26th, 2025, Notre Dame Ipanema School held the 15th edition of its Pastoral Challenge. The event brought together students from the 9th grade of middle school to the 3rd year of high school. The goal was to promote the values of the Notre Dame Educational Network through the integration of spirituality, culture, solidarity, and youth leadership. The program began with the Holy Mass celebrated by Father Fabio dos Santos and led by the pastoral coordinator, Enrique Caladan. In her address to the students on this occasion, Sister Maria Ibanez Philippin, the school's principal, stressed the importance of the Pastoral Challenge as a formative experience that connects faith and life, in keeping with the charism of St. Julie Billiard. Over the course of 3 days, students were organized into 4 teams: Orange Drive, Green Origin, Red Power, and Black Dominion, and engaged in a variety of activities. These included artistic performances, athletic competitions, theatrical presentations on social themes, and solidarity actions. All these activities were designed to strengthen a sense of community and social outreach. The Pastoral Challenge is a long-standing tradition at Notre Dame Ipanema School. In addition to fostering opportunities for fellowship and cooperation, it plays a vital role in students' holistic formation. The 2025 edition reaffirmed the institution's commitment to evangelizing, humanizing, and transformative education, all of which aligned with St. Julie Billiard's mission. 175 years Sisters of Notre Dame in Coesfeld, celebration of Corpus Christi in the Garden of Kloster Annental. For several years now, the Corpus Christi service of the parish community in Coesfeld has been held in the Garden of Kloster Annental. This year, we used the occasion to celebrate our 175th anniversary. In bright sunshine, people of all ages came to our garden, which was prepared by sisters and volunteers from the parish, with a covered altar and benches. With Father Jörg Hagemann and Father Thaddeus, many altar servers and some banner bearers solemnly entered. In his welcome address, Father Hagemann paid tribute to the presence of the sisters in Coesfeld and congratulated us on our 175th birthday. During the service, the sisters served as lectors and communion distributors. Sister Maria Paula Wessel, the provincial superior, gave a vivid account of our history in the sermon. The foundation in Coesfeld in 1850 by Elizabeth Kuling and Hildegonde Volbring, the rapid growth and expansion of the community, the expulsion due to the Kulturkampf, which in retrospect turned out to be a blessing due to the worldwide expansion of the congregation, the return of the sisters to the Lower Rhine and to Coesfeld in 1950, as well as the international expansion to the present day. Sister Maria Paula concluded with a word that the two founders could say to us today, based on a quote from Sister Mary Sujita in her address at the Great Procession with the Coesfeld Cross. Quote, "Stay rooted in the heart of God, set your feet in the reality of the world, and trust in the power of prayer in front of the Coesfeld Cross. Share your bread, and so you can be sure God is with us, even in disasters great and small." End quote. The collection was for the missionary tasks of our sisters worldwide. At the end of the service, the priest presented the sisters with a 3-part cake in the shape of a 1, 7, and 5. The parish community was invited to stay and shared grilled sausages, drinks, and an ice cream food truck.